Well, hello, my friends. How are you? It's been a long time since we've been in this little corner of my kitchen, hasn't it? Welcome back to Kiki's Kitchen. It has been something like 3 weeks tomorrow, something like that. So I have missed you. I was glad to catch up with you on Thursday. That was awfully nice. Since that time, we have run to Charleston. We actually ran out to Kiowa and sat on the beach for an afternoon on Friday. Came home today, went to the grocery store, unpacked everything, put it all away, and I'm ready to make a little bit of dinner. I don't know what it's like at your house, but it is about 92 here today. Very warm. So we're going to have a really nice, delicious, light dinner tonight. I am going to make what is called a poke bowl. Now, this will be great for some of you who love poke bowls, if you know what they are. And it'll be a little bit off the beaten trail for some of you who have never heard of it or kind of shy away from those kinds of things. What I will tell you is this: it is just delicious. It really is. And I'm going to make mine. I'm going to make a tuna poke bowl. So here's my tuna. This is, I get this at Aldi, by the way. This is in the frozen food section of Aldi, and it is sushi grade ahi tuna. So sushi grade is what you want when you're looking for something like this, because we eat it rare. You don't have to. You can cook it all the way through. That's fine. But for us, and to get the true great flavor of it, we like it rare. So let's move forward on that. I have it in here because I'm going to marinate it just a little bit. I have some soy sauce. This is not, normally I have low sodium, but I don't today, but that's all right. So I'm going to tell you that I'm going to use maybe 1/3 cup of soy sauce, and I'm going to put that in here. In my, everything blends in with my counter, as you can see. I am going to put in about, let's call that 2 tablespoons of brown sugar. We got to go out to the beach. It was my husband's out of the blue idea. Let's just go sit on the beach. Great idea. And it's Beachwalker Park in Kiowa. It's truly one of my very favorite places. I really do love that stretch of beach there. And the water was probably already, June 7th, and the temperature was probably about 80 to 81, something like that. It certainly was no shock. Normally my perfect temperature is 86, whether it's a pool or the ocean, but 80 to 81 on my ankles, because I didn't go all the way in. My husband, of course, he was in swimming around. It was a little bit too chilly for me to do that, but it was wonderful. Wonderful on my, splashing it up and cooling myself off, that's for sure. Okay, so I have simply soy sauce and brown sugar in here. I have sesame oil. Thing I want to tell you about that: when you buy sesame oil, keep it in the fridge. It will go rancid if you don't. So I'm going to put, and it's also pretty strong. So that was maybe a teaspoon, maybe. And that's probably even overstated, 1/2 teaspoon. And to this, I'm going to add a splash of cold water. And I've just whisked it all up, so that I can get my brown sugar dissolved in there. And it's going to go into my ziplock, and then I'm going to throw this into the fridge until I'm ready. And see, I told you to do it until it was dissolved. Did I do it until it was dissolved? No. That's right. It'll dissolve in there. So I'm going to let it, I'm going to kind of press the air out of here. And then I am going to let this sit in the fridge because it only takes a second to cook this. And I want it to be nice and cold. So it's going in the fridge. The rest of my poke bowl, and you know what? This is all subject to what you like. I'm making a poke bowl is all about the things that you like. I have corn that this was actually frozen corn, and these are lima beans. I wanted them to be edamame, but they weren't. But baby limas work fine. So I defrosted it, put it in the microwave for a few minutes to let it cook. I'm gonna drain this, and then I'm gonna put it in the skillet with some cilantro and some onion, and then I'll put a little bit more sesame oil in that to kind of mirror it all. So stay with me, and let's see how this thing develops. Hang in there. Okay, so we're back on this side of the kitchen, and I have about a half a stick of butter in here, and I am going to add a half of an onion diced small first. I'm going to get that in there first and let that just cook for a little minute before I put the lima beans and the corn in. Once those are in, at the end, I'll add the cilantro. Now, many of you voice an opinion you don't like cilantro. Cilantro is a love or hate thing. People love it or hate it. There's no middle ground, it seems. And you know what? If you don't like it, just don't use it. It's okay. You can use whatever you like in your stuff. My husband is lurking in the background.
I gotta get ice.
Well, you can get
I
ice.
think we'll stick in the camera.
He is making us a mojito. It's a festive air around here today. Whew. See if I can't turn that down a little bit. Just until your onions get translucent. That's all you want, really. I just want to give them a little head start before I put anything else in. And actually, to tell you the honest truth, about as far as that needs to go. Can you see that? Let me turn my light on. Not that this light helps a lot. I know this, but. So, just for a minute. Now I'm going to put in, again, you can put in, you can certainly use edamame. I would have if I had it. I don't. And I really do find that lima beans make a good substitution. So I want to just swish this around and get it all coated with some butter. Now this is a cold salad, so I am making this ahead of time because I don't want it to be hot. So I'm going to make this and set it aside. I'm going to do this rice, which again, I get at Aldi. Thank you, Denise, for your recommendation because it's delicious. This one is a whole grain brown rice. The Jasmine is really good too. And it's microwavable. You squeeze, because you can feel in here, you kind of squeeze the rice to break it up. And you tear it at the top and microwave for 90 seconds. Boom. And there's perfect amount for 2 servings, so I don't have to be doing all that other stuff to get 2 servings. So, because it's just a small part of the salad. So, I'm going to go ahead and add, actually I'm going to do a little seasoning here. Let's not be crazy. Let me get out of my, oh, and look what my friend Denise got us. Actually, she sent them home to my husband, but I'm claiming them. So these are, so I've got my coarse kosher salt in here. And look at this. Is that the coolest thing ever? It's got a little light that comes on so that you can see, you know, what you're doing. And you don't have to shake it or anything. It's awesome. So I've got a little salt and pepper in there. Gonna add a little garlic. Just a little spritz, little background flavor. And now I'm gonna add my cilantro. You'll see when I build this salad, you can omit whatever you want. But this makes it very yummy. There's mango in this salad, blueberries, wonton strips. I can hear my husband cringing as we speak. Not in his salad, mine. I got the better salad. But it's all in what you like, and those are things he doesn't. So I'm going to let this cook for a minute until that, because everything is essentially cooked in here, but I like those flavors to meld together. So I'm going to let this cook a minute, and then I'm going to let it cool. I've also made my dressing. Let me show you that. My dressing is very simple. This is my dressing. This is mayonnaise and Sriracha sauce. As you can see, I need more. Sriracha. Now, I'll tell you, if you go to the international aisle and you find a bottle of Yum Yum sauce, that's the same thing. That's what I made here. So I just have mayonnaise and sriracha with a little splash of sesame in it. And then I'm gonna thin this because this is gonna be a salad dressing and it's a little bit thick for that. I'll thin it with a little heavy cream. So let me get this done and we'll move on to the next thing. So hang in there. Okay, so we're ready for the tuna now because I've got everything else already in the bowl. So I put a little bit of oil, just regular oil, in my pan. And these are my marinated tuna steaks. Now, the sad part is, and it's truly a sad thing, is that I would normally take these, put sesame seeds on a paper plate and press each side into sesame seeds, but I didn't buy any today. I forgot I was out of them. So, no sesame seeds, but that's gonna be fine. I'm gonna put this in here. I really wanted to have a little bit more of a sizzle than that. So, yeah, get there quickly. So these come, these three in the Aldi package that I get. You get these 3 steaks and I'm cooking all 3 of them. And again, tuna is supposed to be rare, but that is a personal preference. I am going to dot them a little bit with this sesame oil, just a tiny bit, only on one side, just to give it a little of that flair. And I can smell the soy sauce and brown sugar as it cooks. And you can see these as they cook also, because you can see the level of doneness, was that a word, come up from the side. And so let me get these going and we'll be right back. Okay, we are to the voila standpoint. So this is mine, and look at all that color. And and this is my husband's. His is a little less, he doesn't like wontons. But I want you to see that teriyaki. I've got blueberries in there, blueberries, tomatoes, fresh mango, a little bit of lettuce. This is the brown rice, and this is our corn and lima beans or edamame. And then on top of it is the tuna. And of course, here you go. I have our dressing on the top of mine, and I have wontons on mine, and I have a few craisins in mine too. It's simple, it's light, and it is so delicious. And again, the tuna steaks, you want sushi grade ahi tuna. That's what you want. And you want it rare, but do it how you like it. Bye, you have a good night.